G'day, how's it going? It's Tonk here. I know I shouldn't be wandering around with this, but today's job is I've got to fit a new timing belt to the Toyota in there. She's in behind that cover, and while I'm doing it I'm going to put a new water pump on her because she hadn't had a new water pump for I better take my hand off the phone, off the mic. I always cover the mic. Fit a new water pump because I've got one here for her, and do belts and hoses, and so yeah, but first I've got to do a bit of homework, you know. I like to give a shout out to a young fella that works down at Saws here at Karoi. He watches the channel, and he come up and said g'day to me. Oh, it'd be a couple of months ago, or might be 3 or 4 months ago now. I forgot to say hello to him. Yeah, you'll know who you are, young fella. Thanks for coming up and saying g'day. Lovely to meet you. I bought some pool salt down at Saws at Karoi there at the produce shop. Been shopping there all my life. Yeah, anyway, he works there, and he come up and said g'day. So good on you, young fella. Another YouTuber I'd like to, not the young fella, thank you, but the but YouTubers I like to give a plug that I watch, and it's Snaggabarra in the Kimberley up at Wyndham. I called in there last year, but I was, and he was home, but I was too frightened to go and say hello. That's just the way I am. It was early in the morning, and I seen where he lived, and I thought, oh, I'll go and say good day and have a couple with him, but then I didn't have the bloody balls to go and do it. I should have. Sorry, Dave. Good on you, Dave. Lovely bloody channel you got. Another one is Old Mate Adventures. Jed and his missus. Oh, they're bloody top. I love them. They do a lot of stuff. And in WA, and he goes out and does relief work on stations and that. Yeah, love that. Love that channel. So look that one up. It's Snaggabarra. Look him up. Old Mate Adventures. Look them up. Then Ozventure with Scott Amon on his Mrs. Trish, I think her name is. Yeah, I think that's right. They have a ripper. They go up the Cape and different places and fishing, and yeah, great channel. So look them up. An old fella I watch, not many watch him or make comments in here, is Aussie Walkabout and his old red Nissan. Yeah. And yeah, look them up if you want to. And another mob that I watch is Turtle Tracks. But yeah, they get around, just a couple, and travelling in their 79 Cruiser. But yeah, no. Alright, thanks very much. I'll just plug those ones and look them up and see what you reckon. My son's just back from town. That's the editor-in-chief. He brought the little blue Buzzbox back. I'm parking in here doing a bit of work on the Toyota, son. So I'm filming it, a bit more editing for you. No, I might have to steal it to go and buy parts. Maybe tomorrow, because they didn't have a bottom radiator hose. Yeah, so alright, but I'm just going to do a bit more filming. Okay. See you later, mate. Yeah, so these are the parts I had to go and buy. The local shop's pretty good, but there's two different sets of belts that fit this Toyota, and it could be either one of them, and I couldn't read the old ones, so I bought both. As long as I keep one clean, I can take it back. Oh, spare set of seals for the inner axle seals. There's a top radiator hose. They didn't have the bottom radiator hose. And this is the timing belt kit. As you would have seen, these are, you'll see how I fit them. I fit them a bit different to people. I just do it the Tonk way. Yeah, it comes with the belt and all the seals. I never fit them seals. I just throw them down the paddock. I've never had a motor leak. I don't know why you got to put new seals in them. I think it's mainly for bloody engines. They're turboed. You got to keep really good seals up, and when the old girls are naturally aspirated like mine, and it comes with the tensioner bearing, and that's the thing that generally can go. This old girl, she was done at 794,000. She's 888, so she's close to. These belts only good for 80,000, so I nearly got 80 or 90 out of that one. I see now that they get 150 out of the genuines, but I sort of let these ones go to 80 or 90 so I can get to 3 years. Okay, and I'm going to set this up on and just film a bit. It's hard when you're filming it yourself because you start getting dirty hands. You can't show you what you're doing, but this cover's got to come off. Sorry, this fan's got to come out. Belts have got to come off. And on this one, because I've got where it goes in on the alternator, the threaded piece in it, actually part of the alternator's stripped, and I had to drill it out, and I've got a nut on the other side, so I might end up taking this battery out too, just to give me a bit more room. It's a pain in the butt. I go and get a bloody crate to stand on here so I can get up in there and muck around. I forget what else I've got to do. That's the main one. I just want to change the belts and the hoses and the water pump on the coolant side, and then drop the bloody coolant out and I got new coolant there. What is it, this one? I'll go and get it. It's the new, I used to use Technoloy or something, but this one's well, you can see it there, Newline 7 year 500,000, and that makes up 10 litres, and it's the heavy, same as what I run in there. The contains ethyl glycol 1,060 grams per litre or something like that. So there you go, that's the parts I bought. Yeah, $362, and I still got to get a bottom radiator hose and air conditioner belt plus so yeah, it'll be $450 by the time I'm finished, but that's cheap if you do a motor. A couple of grand or $3 for a second-hand motor. And I've got to pull this tension off here and check that bearing in there. If the bearing feels good, I'll just repack the grease in it and put him back on. But yeah, all right. I just film little bits, because even if I put the camera on a tripod, you're not going to see what I'm doing. But so yeah, down in there, got to pull the bottom radiator hose off later, and I'll replace that radiator hose. Look, it doesn't, like, the water pump's beautiful on it. Doesn't really need doing, but if I bloody don't do it, be kicking myself. And then she's good for a few more years. I haven't got to bother. But the main one is I've got to do the timing belt. So while I got all that off anyway, I might as well do the water pump. Now I'm not sure whether I got to pull this air conditioner out of the road too. It's that long since I've done one. I might have to bloody do that to get at it. I'm not sure. That's what I'm saying. Maybe not. I don't know. Oh well, I'll let you know when I get along a bit further. I'll film a bit as I go. Okay, back again. I forgot to mention. I was just gonna. I'm not reviewing them or plugging them. I'm just telling you we've bought them and how long we've had them, and they're working okay. Righto, the King's 50 litre fridge. It's only on fridge at the moment. It's been in the back of the truck. It's 16 months old, and it's been to the Cape, the Kimberleys, Tanami. Be going to the Cape again this year. I only run it down to about -10. because that way the compressor can cut in and out and gives it a spell. The lithium batteries, the giant lithium batteries, are 2 years in November, so December, January, February, March, so 24, 28 months, so 2.4 years we've had the batteries. Still going good, still just purring away. See, and I've swapped over to these kick-ass MPP controllers. You can't get them like that anymore, they're a little bit different. They'd had to be 1 or 2 years old. They're going okay. A little 20 amp Renogy, sorry, little 20 amp Renogy. It's been going fine, but one thing I did notice, and I think I've told you, I've had to get rid of all the blade fuses, like whatever sort they, you know, the little blade fuses with the 10 or 20 amp, and I was running 30 amp fuses in them. But if you try and push more than 16 amps through those little blade fuses, they melt the bloody plastic. This one here, see that one? I've got to get rid of that. That blade fuse there, that fuse there, even though I've got a 30 or 40 amp fuse in that, the whole casing and everything melts and nearly catches on fire, so that's got to go. You can't physically push any more, and I've always wondered why that, even though it's 20 amps, can only ever get 16 amps out of it, because of the resistance in that thing was getting hot. They can only push about 16 amps through that, or 18 amps, and anything over that, that thing melts. So it's got to go. I'm going to cut that out, and I'll put a little mini fuse in it. Yeah, solar panel's still going good. She's up here, she hasn't cracked anything. 545 watt, and I've seen 40 amps, and it maxes that out, so I reckon it's doing 45 amps if it had the right controller. But I haven't bothered upgrading, because the scenario where you get 40, well, the batteries are full before you nearly get to the 40 amps anyway. So yeah, so there's the King's compressor. It'd have to be a couple of years old now, 12 or 8. It's going all right. Only used it a dozen times, if that, half a dozen times. I'm getting a pretty good run out of the King's gear. All right, this is what I've come to come and get this. This is all my not safety gear, all the spares and that I take when I go up the Cape. I carry them in there. There you go. There's the new water pump. I hope it is anyway. Yeah, water pump and dunnies. Paper. Oops, sorry. Oh yeah, she's got a steel impeller. Great. So yeah, I've got to put that sucker on. It even comes with a seal of the kit, the gasket. Even though I bought some gasket goo, I'll still put that on and use it. I know. What else I got in there? Oh, I got a master cylinder, and actually while I'm thinking it, I'll pull this out, this King's jump starter. I'll take that in and charge that. Put these two back in here. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm not nowhere I'm plugging and telling you to go and buy King's gear. You buy what you want. But I'm just saying, oops, I got that the wrong way over here. All I'm saying is we get a good run out of it so far. But if you want something that's going to last 30 years, buy something a bit better, you know. I'm happy to get bloody, you know, if I get 4 or 5 years or something out of it, and like I said, we pay $250 for this delivered. If I get 5 or 6 years out of that, I'll just go and buy another one. And if we start travelling a bit more, I'm going to buy another one just as make it a freezer. All right, so righto, I've got that part out. He can sit there like I said, I got to go and pull this apart. I can't remember his name. The chap wants me to do a thing on what food I take up the Cape and that, but it's pretty simple. I don't take much. I just take a few tin tucker, a bit of this and that, just in case I break down. So I got food on the side of the road for about a week as I'm heading back up. I'm just doing this, that's right, I forgot to say, I'm doing this because I'm going up the Cape in about 8 weeks. Oh, well, sometime in May anyway. I'm not sure when exactly. That's if Penny's shut at the moment, so hopefully it opens and I get to go there. But I'm going first to Cullen Point to meet up with Mark and Huey. There goes the clean away truck picking up the rubbish. Alright, I'll switch this off and just show you little bits as I go along. Here you go. I forgot to show you what I do, but that little retainer, that's the bearing in there. This little steel thing comes out, and underneath there's a bearing, and inside on that bearing there's a little plastic cover, and it sits in there over the top of the rollers, and you pop that out. And in this one, it was they get dry, so you just fill them with grease again and put it all back together. And this, you just knock him out from the other side, and it knocks that out. Then you just got to centre pump it with a centre punch. Just go around and mark it 4 spots, and it overlaps that bit of steel there and keeps that flap in. But yeah, I should have showed you. And that comes off there, and I just re-grease them as long as the bearing feels good. Like this bearing it didn't have any wobble or anything, so it's just needed, because it's, they're sitting there all day, 70-80 degrees blowing on them. And I use the MBL Promar MBL grease, which is like a copper grease, and it can handle up to 200 degrees Celsius constant, and something like, correct me if I'm wrong, but something like bloody 280 or 300 degrees before that grease starts melting. But even it, after time, this one here has got a little crack in the cover. What I'll do is I think of Toyota or whoever, you buy that hole complete with a new bearing in it, and I might just buy a spare one of them and have in my kit. But so far this one's I think I've done it about every couple of 100,000, 150,000. Every time I do the time belt, every 80 or 100,000, I just pull it off and pack the grease in it again. And it doesn't matter whether I use just normal multi-purpose grease. It did have a little bit of grease in it this time, but that's why it's still going, but I just pulled it off and repacked it. But I'll see how it goes. It has got a little crack in the cover, and that might be what's letting the grease out. Anyway, I sort of should have showed you that. It's a little handy trick, especially if these you can't replace them. You just pull them apart and re-grease them up in the bush. And yeah, okay, I'll turn this off. I'll try not to get too much. But yeah, I just working. I've got down in there, you can see I've got 2 bolts off that. Down in there you can see where my finger is there. You got to take those 4 bolts off around this water pump. You see it wobble there? Now hopefully that's got enough room that it can slide back into the radiator, and then I can get that out. I think it has, and then I'll undo the belts on the alternator, and then I'll come in and pull this cover off this next after that, once I get all the belts out. See, that's another one there, can go, these bearings in here. There's no way of greasing them. If you could pull that apart and grease that bearing, that compressor would go to 1,000,000 Ks. What buggers, I'm doing water crossings like I've done heaps of. I want to check the bearing in that alternator too. I might be up for a new alternator. It's a Denso one, Nippon Denso one, so they're generally the best as far as life goes. And oh yeah, so anyway, I'll just do that. Got my little bench here to put my tools on. I should have showed you that when it was apart, but in there you can just see that's the little blue or red or green cover that goes over the top of the bearing. Yeah, I should have. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Can't tell you all the secrets. Nothing wears out. Righto, I'll put you back in here. I like to put them in one of these rags and keep them clean. Okay, I'm down in there and I'm taking the bolts out of the water pump. Got a heap of bolts around here. This guard's come off, it's all over. Had to take this cover off now too, later. Just got to take the last couple there. Got to take the crossover now. I'm just undoing catching as much of that coolant as I could. Yeah, take that out, take those bolts out of the tappet cover. 2 on the back there, they're hard to get at up the back. Don't know why they just didn't bloody make them a little bit better than that. Got to get at them with a open ender or a ring spinner. Then I got to just slowly work and pull that pump out there. So it's all good. Oh well. There's the bits and pieces off the front here. A little half moon key on the shaft. You've got to keep an eye on that. Oh, yeah. No wonder I haven't done it for a while. I forgot how much had to come off. But she's all good. At least this time I've got this gasket that's in this tappet cover. It's reusable. You don't have to do it up real tight because it's a nice thick blue one. Anyway, just keep chipping away here. Have it all off in the bloody another 10 or 15 minutes and I'll show you. With a bit of luck. Yeah, so hopefully be all good. Alright, shut this down. Oh, it's lovely working in the shade. Here we go. Got the tappet cover just back on. Got the water pump in. I got the front back on. This piece here had to come off. New seal in it. Yeah, down in there. New water pump. Yeah, just little things. Cut the bolts that go in there on it. But yeah, just got to tighten this tappet cover down now. And nearly done. Well, not nearly done. Fair way off, but still. And yeah, going to put the pulley back on for the cam and make sure she's in the right spot. Put the intake manifold back on. I sort of haven't filmed a lot because you just get going and you keep going at it and you forget, to be honest. Got to put a bit of Sikaflex around them because I'm not sure if the water comes out of the block there or not, but you just never know, so I cover them over just to make sure. And they help seal any bit of oil. Oh well, that's all good. Yeah, oh well, shut this down, keep going. Oh. Yeah, hopefully she's alright. Try not to get too much grease on me bloody new machine, but it's hard. Oh yeah, I've got to get that out here. Want that out in the open because that's got to go in now, the timer belt and that soon. Put that on and the pulley. Yeah, oh well. Keep going at it. Oh, yeah, I've got that. I think I showed you that. Well, just about finished. I didn't film a lot, sorry, and towards the end, but I was just trying to get everything done. She's all back in there. New belts are on. New timer belts in. New water pumps in. I just got to wait for a bottom hose and a new air conditioning belt to come, and they should come today or tomorrow, and I'll finish that off. So yeah, the bit I just need to keep the other bits, don't know why, but yeah, replacing the two hoses, putting all new clamps on as well. I might just put this one on tomorrow just before I finish, because if it's going to be a week before the air conditioner belt, well, that one can go back on because it was running perfect anyway. Yeah, anyway, I don't know what I filmed in there and what I didn't film, but wasn't too bad. I just got to tip the coolant in it and hope that she doesn't leak. That's the biggest trouble, is just hopefully I got all the gasket around the back of the water pump properly, because it was kinked in the packet. I didn't have it it wasn't properly in the box. I mustn't have put it back in nice and flat. Anyway, thank you for watching. I don't know if I'll film any more tomorrow or when I finish it, but I probably will film a bit more when I'll have it kicked over and I'll run her, so I can just keep adding a bit of water to her until she gets rid of all the air out of the system. Be good to actually let it sit overnight and let the Sikaflex, the gasket goo or RV temperature stuff, whatever it is, JB Weld Ultimate Grey RTV silicone gasket maker and sealant, that stuff. Yeah, that's what I used on everything, plus gasket. There's a gasket on with it. So I fired up the motor, she was running, so I got the timing right, so she's running sweet. So oh well, I didn't show you how I went about doing that, because I do it differently, and I didn't want anybody to copy me and put a valve through the top of their motor. I've done it heaps of times, and I just thought, well, if I show someone and something goes wrong, well then they'll be up me. Whereas if you keep to just timing them properly on the marks and all that, well, you're right. Well, I don't want to have anybody, because they fucked up, blame me for it. Yeah, and that's what happens today. Cunts can't take, sorry about the swearing, but people can't bloody, they blame someone else. They're not responsible for what they fucked up, so they've got to blame someone else. Oh, you said to do it that way. Well, mate, that was what I did, you know. You didn't have to do that. That's why I didn't show you how I timed it. Just so there was no comeback at me over it. But yeah. Okay. Good on you. I'll leave it with you, and like I said, the next time you see me, I'll be buddy. I should have the bottom hose on and fill the radiator up and having a run to see if she leaks. All right. See you later. Morning, guys. Well, it's not morning. It's 1:30 or something. Anyway, I'll tell you a little quick story. It's Tonk here, sorry. I ordered these parts. There's the hose, the bottom hose, and there's a certain person at this local parts place that I don't know. They said that the hose would come in this morning. They got my number and they text me. Any other person in that shop, text me. Now, that hose has been there, like it's 1:30 now, I've been waiting. and they generally get delivered by 8 o'clock or something. So it's been 4 or 5 hours just sitting there, and they're too lazy to get on the bloody. They just push the thing in and just send it, and it comes through. Your parts have arrived. Anyway, it's no big deal, but it's just, I know that if I get it off this certain person, they're too lazy to do it. So I just drove down in the wife's car, and it's sitting there waiting. And I won't mention it, who they are. They're a very good person. It's just they're a bit slack at their job compared to the others that work there. Alright, so now I've got 4 brand new clamps. I've got to put one on here, one on the other side there, and then put that new hose on the bottom, and put it comes up under here. Oh, it's dripping a bit there from somewhere. I've got to pull that hose up in there, which is not that hard. Then I can pour some coolant in it. Woohoo! So, yeah, and put this belt back on, because I've got a new one of them coming, and it didn't turn up either, so it might be here. They said it might have been here this afternoon or tomorrow. Yeah, so okay, I'll do that, and then start filling her up. Well, you wouldn't believe it. That person that I said that I don't like to order off got me the wrong hose. I had to go back to the shop and get the other hose. I hate ordering off them. I just know there's going to be something wrong. And this time I went back and I got stainless steel flopping hose clamps too, because you put that down the bottom where a bit of salt water and water gets on them, those things just rust up. You can't undo them in bloody 2 or 3 years time when I replace the hoses. I had to cut that one off. Oh, gee, that annoyed me. Luckily that one's a spare one, and I'll just put those clamps on him and put him back in the car. Righto. Just sit that there. I'm far up pouring a bit of water in now, because I know this will just go straight in. That's the other one. This one just slips straight on, the old one. So this one's the same. He'll just go straight in. All right. Oh, I've got that belt on. That's no dramas. All right, I'll put this other one on and start filling her up with coolant. I run about 80% coolant. Might even be more than that. Might even be 100%. No, it wouldn't be 100, but it'd be close now. I've got that bottle over there, and then I'll put some of the old stuff in, because this is supposed to be good for 700,000 Ks, and this old girl's only done 300. So if I put the new stuff in and then top it up with what's left, should be good. Recycle. All right. Oh, that annoys you. I had to go and have a shower so I could drive the little car. You get in there and it's the wrong part. Oh. Anyway, and they can't be told. It was written on it for a HJ75, and I go, that's not a HZ80. Oh, it's the same. It's for a 18Z. Well, they got that hose was perfect, and it said on it was for a 75. But obviously the bottom hose on this 80, some 80s is different. So, oh, that annoys me, you know. And I took the old hose in that I had, and I said, that's what it's supposed to look like. So they looked it up. Oh, we got that in stock. So I could have bought the flopping thing yesterday. Oh, anyway, rant over. There you go. She's purring away like a kitten. I'm just letting her run, so she... I had to add about another litre to the radiator as the air bubbles come around and come out of the radiator as she's running. She must be nearly full. She's starting to expand the radiator. You got to turn the heater on too when you do it. So she fills, make sure the heater's full, gets the air out of in there. Yeah. I have to put a new air conditioner belt on it one day. They didn't have one, but don't see any dripping under there. So the water pump must be good. I like to leave them overnight, let them set for 24 hours at the goo anyway. Should be nice. Oh well, thanks for watching. I'll put this cap on here now and she'll be right, I reckon. And give her a bit of a wash down. Remember this coolant, that green coolant's deadly to dogs, so don't leave it around in a puddle anywhere in case your neighbour's dog comes over and drinks it, it'll kill him. That's what I've been told. How true, I don't know. Yeah, okay. Thanks very much for watching, and leave a comment if you want to. I mean, it's just like I said, the way I time them, I couldn't really show you because I'm pretty rough the way I do it. You're better off just following the timing marks and doing it properly like that. You're doing it, because I do a shortcut. And look at her, she's just purring. She'll give me another couple 100,000 or so, that pump, hopefully. I got it in the bin over here. There you go, it's a, I don't know, GMS or made in Japan or something. It's not a genuine one. But look at it, she's just spinning, it's just beautiful. Could have left it in there, as good as gold. See? Not even a bit of corrosion. And that's the secret to these old girls. I nearly run probably 80 to 90% coolant. And get yourself some good coolant. Like this is the newer stuff, but premium long life. And it contains 1,060 grams per litre of ethyl glycol. That's the stuff. There you go. Plus 128 degrees boiling. 37 below. 5 litre. The last lot, this is new long. The one before was Technoloy or whatever it was. But see, this one's good for 7 years and 500,000. It's the same as the last one. So make sure you get yourself some good type. And just like I said, just let her idle away there until she's warm. That opens the thermostat a bit and lets the air get out of the out of the block and that. And then when the next day you start her and you check her again to make sure she hadn't gone down again. Yeah, but probably didn't learn much out of that, but anyway, I just filmed it because I was doing it. You might pick up the odd tip here and there. Like I said, I put stainless steel clamps on the bottom because of the salt water and that. Doesn't matter if you've got steel ones up the top there, see, so you can get at them easy, and you put a bit of grease on them. But down the bottom I always run stainless where they're hard to get at. I'll keep them as a couple of spares. I might even keep that water pump, it's good enough to keep as a spare. You know? Okay. Thanks for watching. I know I've said that already, but I'll catch you on the next one. And I don't know what it'll be. It's just slowly getting my truck ready now and the gear to go up the Cape in 6 or 8 weeks or something. Or whenever, in May sometime. Yeah, I'm heading off. See, also I bought in that 400 bucks worth of gear, there's a couple of front inner axle seals and a couple of inner axle seals for the back. And I like to carry a back tail shaft seal going into the gear, into the diff, in case you get a bit of wire or something around it There's always something laying around on the tracks up there. A bit of grass gets in and cuts the tail shaft out. But oh, I'm happy with that. She's just purring like a kitten. Anyway, my son will edit this out if it's too long. Oh yeah, now she's up to 60, 70 degrees there now. Beautiful. Alright, I'll pack all this gear away and take it for a drive. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.